Hi, I'm Jazz Beeson and I'm a songwriting student at ICMP. Today we're going to be talking about how to shoot a high quality video using just your phone. So I know it can seem a little bit daunting at first, like this is a whole new realm, this is a whole new way of doing things, but I'm hopefully going to share some tips that might just help you along the way and help you feel more confident in creating high quality video content. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is lighting. I think lighting is such an important factor in shooting these videos. For me, I love natural lighting. I've got a window just here. It's mid-afternoon, it's a bit cloudy, nothing's too bright, everything just washes my white walls with lovely light. I know a lot of people don't have this situation, so maybe it's worth investing in a ring light if you don't have natural lighting to support you. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is recording sound. Obviously when you're recording music, it's such an important element to get right on video. A lot of the time cameras nowadays pick up really good audio. I use my iPhone as audio most of the time. Sometimes I'll use Logic and record it on a microphone and then like play it back or sing the vocals live and play to a backing track, but it all depends on what kind of music you do. Most of the time a phone or a laptop can pick it up quite well. I would recommend doing a bit of a sound check. It's a bit like when you're at a gig, just play a song round, play a few chords and see how it sounds. Do you need to be close to the microphone? Do you need to move further away? Do you need the aid of an amp or a microphone or anything else to make sure that you've got clarity? People need to hear what you're singing and obviously the elements that you're playing or singing with. So they need to be able to hear the guitar or the drums or the keys. So the position of the camera is also a really important thing. I've watched a lot of videos where there's been a lot of like clutter in the background or it's been quite dark, and for me I don't find those as engaging as a light and airy video where things are placed purposefully in order to create a bit of an atmosphere, a bit of a stage presence, if that makes any sense. So I've obviously got my flowers and my guitar and I've got, you know, a nice reasonably plain wall behind me so that the focus is on you and what you're singing. I also use a tripod, so I will hopefully insert a clip of this tripod, but I keep it about 2 to 3 feet away, and then I just play around with the angle just to make sure that like I'm in the sort of in the middle of the frame or wherever you need to be based on what you've got around. If it's a full band setup, then all the band need to be in the setup. If it's just you doing a DJ set, then obviously your equipment needs to be on show. It definitely engages people and connects people when they can see what you're doing. When it comes to eye contact, it all depends on the genre, what kind of stuff you're doing. Like sometimes when I'm talking to you, it's really helpful to look at the camera because I feel like this is more of an engaging conversation than if I was just to talk off into the distance. But if I'm playing a song, sometimes it's nice to do a bit of both, a bit of looking away, a bit of like a bit of a private moment. Sometimes it feels quite intimate if you're in your own space and people are sort of intruding on your moment, or sometimes it can be more fun and engaging, and it could be a singer singing soul, and it could be that you want to look at the camera because you want people to be excited and involved with what you're doing. If you are singing, I mean if you are playing instruments as well, it's important to perform it. Like act as if you're at a gig, act as if you're on stage. It's so much more interesting for your audience if you look like you're having fun and you look like you're moving around and enjoying yourself as much as you can. I mean, I've sat down, so I just try and just vibe to the music and move where it feels comfortable. The next thing I'm going to talk about is colours, clothing, all that kind of thing. So I like to wear darker colours that then contrast against the background, but again it depends on your background and what you've got going on. If you've got quite a colourful background, it might be easier to wear more plain clothes, or if you've got a completely white background you might want to wear some more colourful clothes. Again, it all depends on colour and style, but yeah. It's also important to avoid like really busy backgrounds. I know I mentioned this earlier, but yeah, keeping it nice and simple, not too many things for the audience to look at, you know? They want to be looking at you. Also, when you introduce yourself as an artist, again, I do it like you're at a gig. So I'd be like, hey, I'm Jazz Beeson, I'm from Lincolnshire, I'm a indie pop artist, and I'm going to be playing a few songs for you today. Hopefully going to be sharing some stories about them too. Enjoy the set. And it would be as simple as it is when I'm on stage, basically. I know it can be nerve-wracking. I mean, before every live stream, I get really nervous, as if I'm doing a really big gig. But I think the best thing you can do is put some music on while you set up, just try and chill out, have a sing song, and just take a deep breath, because if you're not recording live, you can always record again. Like, it's absolutely fine. You don't need to be perfect. Nothing about this needs to be perfect. We're all learning how to navigate this new area of the internet, of our careers, of our lives, and it's all trial and error at the end of the day. I just hope these tips help. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. If you'd like to see some more content from ICMP community, just head to the channel, and yeah, good luck with your recording.